Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Soulstone survivor video. Today we have a bulwark build for you. It is with the engineer because of his ascension. He is the only character that has block in their ascension as far as I know, and it's going to come in massive handy business over there. So we're going to try and get as much block as possible, hopefully try and hit the cap, which is quite high, so over 93%. But we've got willpower, which increases your block power by 50%, reduces dash charges by 1. What this means is every time you pick up block, you times whatever you've picked up by 1.5. So if we pick up a 50% block, we actually get 75% instead. We then run advanced tactics, synergetic and focused mind with unconventional start, reroll mastery and 5 swing skills. We are going to be using Titan's Cleave. That is going to be our main damage source, and then the other swing skills are just what we can use at the time. We're going to be running this on Citadel of the Void. I haven't tried it yet, so we got to see what the power of the build is before we can go forward with it. So let's see what happens. Also, the swing skills aren't the strongest in terms of starting skills, so it will take a bit of time for this to ramp up. Very similar to the Legionnaire build where we used armor stacking as a build source. So just keep that in mind. We need to try and get as much bulwark as possible. We need to try and get all these beautiful stats out there and see where we can go from there. But yeah, it should be quite good. There is the bulwark stacking skill with the Fellipox Titan. And since then I've been trying to think or find a way to do it. I did try this before on a high difficulty and I didn't like the way it worked, but there's no real reason to do high difficulty. So if we can get this to work on lower difficulty just for fun, then that's a thing as well, you know, just to experiment and mess around, play, enjoy the game. Let's see, we got quite a lot of XP over here. We need movement speed, so we need to get ourselves moving. It's going to be quite difficult to get the skills we need, I guess. Okay, Barbaric Cleavers is going to be fantastic. So they're going to give us a lot of finesse and a lot of bulwark because they are a summon. I mean, you can already see we're on 100. So just on 100 stacks, you can see our block is now on 77.5%. So very, very good. We do get bulwark to aptitude, which is great. I also want the lethality. Ooh, we should have gone movement speed, but here's the biggest focus. Block chance, so there it was a 4. But it actually increases it to 6 in the base. We could just take spread shot for now. Multicasting there. Just going to take skills until we get the right skills. Don't want you, but I think we actually did take it, unfortunately. And then, like I mentioned, it's one of the only ascensions that actually gives you block power. So we gain an additional 30% block power when we have our ascension up, which is also very, very big. So what we will do is use the first passive for his ascension to get more of these cores to drop so that we can ascend faster. Okay, there's Titan's Cleave. Area of effect, not really such a big thing. We do need the damage on it though. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to try and keep our movement speed up and running, and we'll try and get as many. The last swing skill probably going to be our heart-rending strike. If you don't have heart-rending strike, you can also, oh wait, no, we need to get Arcane Slash. The whole reason we started off with this Titan first was because of the Arcane Slash, so we better get it. We'll use Arcane Slash instead of Slash. We need to get it. It is vital to the build itself. Okay, there's Heart-Rending. There's our first Finesse to Bulwark, which is what we're looking for. We need that Arcane Slash. Okay, so we have to get rid of Slash over here. We lose a little bit of Bulwark gained on cast because it doesn't give us Bulwark, but it gives us Radiance. Now the reason we've done this is because we can go Radiance to Finesse, and that's going to give us more multicast. And then we're also going to go from Finesse to Bulwark, like you saw. So we've got the first one over there. We're going to take multiple of them, and that's going to help us just stack it. So this is the skill listing. And let's see, swing to Arcane is actually also very, very strong over here. More movement speed, get that movement speed going, grab the block whenever you see them. Of course, multicast on everything is going to be great. And let's keep going. The only thing I would have liked to have done is got ourselves into a more, not like a way to get resilience as well. But I don't believe, they might actually be. Oh, we can actually get to resilience. I know how we can do it. So we're going to grab resilience as well, and then we get the purity, and then we've got armor, block, and healing as well. There is a way to do it, just watch. So we'll do these guys first, then we'll do Fellipox, then we can do the... I think we don't need the area of effect, so we'll keep away from the brittle to colossal. We don't need... I mean, we do need dazed, but we could go brittle to dazed with the sandstorm. And then back to Fellipox. And then there will be the resilience or aptitude gain from Midorak. And then once we get that, we should be able to get aptitude to resilience, because we'll have two sources of resilience. I mean resilient, yeah, no, well, once we get aptitude to resilience, sorry, yes. And then we can get the resilience purity from Brokenth. So this one will be going past the Void King just to see if we can get everything running and see how far. Maybe we can make it past 7. If we can get it past 7 Titans, then we should be in a good spot. But I don't know how the damage will do. I mean, there's only so much blocking you can do in the game, unfortunately. 4 Titans cleave to do damage. But right now it's on 9.1. Let's see how high we can get that. Okay, we definitely need to get rid of the damage numbers over there. We can re-roll that. Damage increase. As long as the damage increases Titan Cleave, we're happy to get it. And we don't want too much cast frequency on Barbaric Cleavers, because that will ruin the amount of the chances of both skills activating. So you do have to be careful with these skills. Another thing that will be really nice to get is those swifts, so we can get a double dash again.
Okay, feels like some progress here.
So we start off with Finesse to, Radiance to Finesse. Then we're going to go for the Bulwark, increases damage, and we'll grab the Bulwark every other time as well. So let's go, bossy. Pretty decent damage. Just remember, it is a low sigil level. I think this would be much harder on the higher ones. However, we do have quite a decent amount of block already, so I don't think we have to worry about that. Looking at the block, 81% chance to block. We do have to work on getting HP though. And swing to Arcane, again, very, very strong here. Block power. This isn't damage to our Titanic Cleave, so we're actually going to drop that. Cast frequency. There is the Radiance to Finesse. Beautiful. Grab some extra levels before we go fight Fellipox. We actually have no magnetic either, which is really bad, so we need to work on that too.
I've gotcha. Your treasure
We picked up 1. Let's just grab some of them. There we go. That's much better already. Finesse to Bulwark. Aptitude to Oh, so is it Prowess to thing then? I could have sworn it was aptitude to resilience, but I guess we were wrong. Okay, well that helps with that as well. At least we know we've made a little bit of a mistake over there and we can fix it. We do need more critical strike chance as well, so we'll sort that out. But at least we're getting more, stacks, which is great. Obviously, Bulwark can only stack up to 30%, 1,000 stacks. So we do need to keep that in mind. We don't need this. I don't think we need the area. Fast frequency. There's crit. This is why we didn't need the area, the expansive, because we get the frontal area upgrades. Another magnetic, a nice big one. Some armor is better than no armor, so grabbing it is going to be good. I mean, remember, we are going to have 30% increased armor and block, so it makes for a very, very strong tanky unit. Grab that. There's a Swift. Thank you so much. Grab ourselves some Merciless and one more magnetic, and I think that will be the end of the magnetics as well. I don't think we need that many. Yeah, 120% is fine. So now we go Fellipox. We don't need to double down into the same Titan, luckily. So we just get free levels there from the first one, which is fantastic. The only problem is now it was Prowess, which means we need another Prowess stack. So we might have to go for the Shattered to Prowess. I don't even know how we have Shattered. I think we have Shattered from our Ascension or something. Our skill tree, sorry, has Shattered in it. That's where it comes from. Okay, with our Ascension up, we're sitting at 93.2% block chance, and we only got, I'd say like 500 stacks of Bulwark. So there's still quite a lot more to get. Let's grab block, some more cast frequency. And let's keep going. We got to remember to pick up all of these, but remember we do get more and more as we keep playing, because we are going to take the upgrades that give us more. So 20% increased chance to gain more of them when we defeat enemies. Of course, boss fights are going to start off slower because there aren't any enemies in the very beginning. Not going to grab you. Aptitude to Prowess. I really didn't see that one happening, but it did. I also thought we'd need double the aptitude to grab the aptitude to whatever, but it didn't look. It looked like we have aptitude in the skill tree as well, so we didn't actually need it, which is awesome. We actually might still go for the aptitude, just because sometimes grabbing like Bulwark to aptitude just isn't enough damage or enough stacks. So grabbing even more stacks, or grabbing the chance to grab double the amount of aptitude based on your hits, or who has the aptitude on hit? Is it Midorak? We'll do Midorak next, it's fine. But we need to find a way to get Resilience eventually. There's a nice 3 over here for us. We need Titan Cleave to have far more. I think a skill chain might be better here, to be honest, going Arcane to swing. And then we got the Arcane for the Finesse to Radiance to Finesse anyway. So it might be better to go skill chaining, but I don't know, we're trying this one out first. Block, Finesse to Bulwark, we can go for multicast, more life, because the only thing that's going to defeat us now is a one hit, because as long as we can survive the hit, we should be more than capable of defeating the boss. And because we're going to block 90% of the hits, it puts us in a much better position, as you can see.
That's a big check on my kill list.
Alright, so we are looking for this. Increase all damage you cause based on the number of stacks of Bulwark you currently have. That's up to 60%. As far as we know, it is multiplicative from what I've heard from other members, but whether or not it actually is, I have no idea. We're gonna go, I don't know what to do here. We need the Resilience. So we're gonna go grab a Volk and Voltage, Volk and Volt again, Vyv and Volt. And then we are going to move from there to get another Bulwark increase, and then we'll grab the Broken upgrade as well after the Void King and see where that goes. Okay, more aptitude to Prowess, finesse to Bulwark. Eventually it does become, you know, where you take too many stacks, so we do have to just keep our eye on that. And eventually it just becomes to the point where it doesn't actually help. Although, because we've got Bulwark to aptitude and things like that, it might be okay to just keep stacking more and more of them. Because eventually it's just going to go and grab more and more chaining. These upgrades are also the reason why we took Synergetic, so that we could get them easier. So with Synergetic, it increases the chance. So instead of 25% chance, it's actually 38%. Okay, we actually still need more stacks of them. As you can see, we still aren't on 1,000 stacks permanently with Bulwark. So until we're on 1,000 stacks permanently, we still need to work on multicasting. We still have to work on things like that. Multicasting, cast frequency, all those beautiful things that will help us get those stacks faster. Also, the more finesse we get, the better it will be. So if we grab another finesse to, Radiance to finesse, obviously that will help as well. But we want to try and get the other stuff first as well, so we can get ourselves more. So we're going to go get the Shatter to Prowess now, and that's going to give us the Prowess to Resilience. Grab more movement speed, cast frequency. We still need crit, which is fine. Grab some armor. Grab ourselves a chance to obtain more of our Ascension material. The fuel. And the majority of the time we can actually just not even dodge. We don't have to worry about it. I don't think we can actually take damage half the time. So let's go.
More void pieces for the Titan's puzzle.
Okay, we don't need the area of effect. Multicast is big. Let's grab that. Some health. A Bulwark to aptitude. I don't think we've got that much aptitude yet. We aren't on 1,000 stacks, so we'll just keep going with that. Actually, how many stacks of aptitude do we even get? Sitting at like 200 only. 250-ish. That worked. Now we need more crit. Beautiful. We get... No, we don't want the Radiance. We want Shatter to Prowess. We still need more Finesse to Bulwarks. And now we go do Fellipox again. Do the Void King for more damage and stuff like that. And we will see what happens from here. Hopefully it's enough. And then once we get the Prowess to Resilience, we can then grab Resilience to Purity and get some healing in here as well. So when we do take damage, we can at least heal it up.
Another piece is mine. Soon, Mr. Titan.
Okay, more life, more block. Still need the crit, so we're on 100% crit. We actually get +1 over there, which is fantastic. We can go and grab the damage for the Titan's Cleave. A beautiful big rare life over there as well. 430 HP. Remember, we do get movement speed and critical damage from here. It would have been nice if we actually just got damage instead of critical damage. Even if it was a 5%, but that's fine. Critical damage is okay when you crit all the time. Don't have to worry about any boss attacks. As we can see. Actually, we are sitting on 95.2% block chance. I wonder if we'll be able to hit the 96%. We are on 1,000 bulwark stacks, which is fantastic. And we did have our ascension up there as well. So it was 94, or I mean, as long as we got the stacks, which we don't because we've moved away from our summons. But yeah, as long as you keep getting the stacks, we'll be in a good spot. It is good to see that we don't actually need the summons to deal the damage, luckily.
Okay. Feels like some progress.
But it is obviously good to have them nearby for even more bulwark stacks. Still lots of objectives to do. Well, just these two actually, so it should be fine. I think we could increase their damage, to be honest, but we'll keep going like this. There is not what we're looking for, so we no longer need the Finesse to Bulwark. Swing to Arcane is still pretty good. Grab ourselves Merciless. Bulwark to Aptitude. Until you hit 1,000 stacks, you can keep grabbing those. This is the best part, where we take a little bit of damage, but like I mentioned, as long as we keep hitting, eventually we're going to become godlike. And then it's all just about, you know, your own resilience and whether or not you want to push it even further and just keep going. But I'm not going to do that. We're just going to try and get everything we want to see how everything works here. Also, block, even though it does have a limit, like I think 96%, or we might even be at the limit with 95%, but we're going to see. I'm going to try my hardest to get to that 96%, squeeze out that other 1%. Obviously, it is diminishing returns, so getting, it is possible to get to 100% block, but you won't get it in this lifetime, if that makes sense. So, yes, you can get 100% block mathematically, but literally you can't, because you aren't going to be able to stay alive for that long, or it's going to take so many stacks of block. Like I think you need like 10,000 or so, or even more block to get to 100%, and it's impossible to get there with the amount of levels and time it takes to do stuff. Okay, we got 4 levels over here. Swing to Arcane is still fine. Multicasting there, more block power. It's actually sitting on 31.6 times. So I think the armor skills scale far better. I'm not sure if it's because of the Ascensions giving more armor, or if it's just because it actually just scales flat out better, which is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's a very easy boss fight though, so we literally just do that. We gain the damage increase again, and now we go do the Void King. And we'll see where we go from there. I mean, it's taken a really long time. It's not, like I mentioned, it's not a fast build. But I thought it would have picked up the pace by now, which it hasn't.
Titan blood bottled up. Time to crank open the primordial gate.
Let's see what happens.
This is it. Let's make it loud, lethal, and legendary.
We still got some finesse we can grab and still some aptitude. We aren't on 100% aptitude yet. Ooh, we actually got hit with a skill there. So this is why we need the purity, because we do need the healing. We should be fine, but we're gonna have to just move around for a little bit. There we go. Let's go with... Oh man, I don't know if this is going to break it or not, but we'll just take it. There is a nice big block there. There's our Prowess to Resilience finally. And we actually get quite a few of them. So that is going to help us quite a lot. Obviously life. More Prowess, more aptitude, because we don't have enough of them. And let's keep going. So now we're gaining more armor as well. And then, like I mentioned, what we'll do is you go and grab yourself with Broken. You're going to grab yourself the Prowess, the Resilience to Purity. The only problem is we don't have enough Resilience yet. Although, I mean, we are gaining stacks. What am I doing? I thought I finished the objective already. We'll see how well we do against the Void King and whether or not this can keep going. I need to stop taking cost frequency as well, because I think it's getting to the point and it will brick the build if we get too much of it, so...
Breaking his lock one snap at a time.
So far it hasn't bricked it, so we need to stop taking cost frequency now. I need to banish it. Okay, more of that, more block power. Right now our block is on 1619. That's without the 30% increase to that. Luckily we do block quite a lot of damage because I was sitting in those laser beams without even noticing it. Let's pick up some of these ascensions, the cores, and see how much block we get. So there we go. It's now 2-1, so 95.3%. Etching slowly, ever so slowly. We've gone up like 0.2% block chance. If we can get to 96%, I'll be happy. We can get more Bulwark. So the thing is, this damage is based on Bulwark stacks, but I think having 1,000 stacks, does that equal the right amount of damage? You see, maybe us not getting... We shouldn't have got rid of the Finesse to Bulwark, because it looks like it might be good to get more of that. By the way, I banished the skill there. I didn't take it, in case you're wondering. Damage over there, more cast frequency. It's on 0.2, so we actually don't need any more over there. We need a little bit more cast frequency on the Titan's Cleave and the other skills. But let's see what happens over here. Problem is how long we take to deal damage. But in saying that, as you can see, the amount of block we have is more than substantial to not have to worry about this. But yes, if you want to take this further, then you'll go and do the Broken after this, and then you will go and grab it. But it's not the most powerful build, unfortunately. I don't think that damage is multiplicative. I think we would be doing a lot more damage if it was, but I mean, we were told that it is, so I don't know what to think anymore with it. I don't know if it is multiplicative or not. I'm not sure. I think there is a way to test it. You would just take some Bulwark, grab that, and take Fellipox as the first Titan on like a 0, the very first Titan hunt, and see you know, what the damage number changes are with a single skill kind of thing, just so you can focus on that and see if it works or not. But otherwise, I don't know, I don't see it being like working. Also, We've blocked every single hit. Okay, we got hit by one thing over there. Is this the ultimate block build? I don't know, but it certainly is a fun one. I think if we took 6 skills, we maybe have had more damage. We could have taken another stacking skill, damage skill, but yeah, Titan's Cleave, I think we need another block skill because a lot of the skills in the game, they're either on other stacks or they're on armor. I think we got 3 armor stacking skills, but we don't have a lot of block stacking. This is the only skill that scales off of block. So maybe the developers can introduce us to another one, you know, hint hint, nudge nudge. Devs, if you're watching this, maybe give us another block scaling skill. I do wonder if we can stand inside of his black attack, the one that deals damage to us, the one that always ends our runs. We can. I mean, we didn't take damage there. We can try stand still, but it is normally, I see it does do a lot of damage, unfortunately. Just keep picking up the ascensions, the fuel cores, or whatever you want to call them. We are taking damage, which isn't good. Because we didn't have any healing. I don't know, if the bulwark damage isn't multiplicative, then it might be better to just grab like one of those and then grab the resilience to purity at the end instead. Alright, first phase down. The first phase is usually the most difficult. Is it? Is it though? Also, can we stand inside his negative field over here? Yes, we can. It might have been better to get the life regen, actually. I mean, our life is going up, not down, and we're not even taking, hitting any life crystals. That's because inside the skill tree, I think the Monkey King and someone else has life regen for all characters. So we do go up with life. We need to make sure our ascension is up, though, to increase the block by a lot. Just so we can have that extra chance to block. But we are still sitting on 95.3%. Let's go do some re-rolling over here and just grab block upgrades. Try and see if we can get that going up higher. I don't know if multicast is going to help here. How much multicast do we have? I don't think it's going to help that much. There's more block and another one. Oops. And another one. That was only 12 extra block. But it does get increased, so 95.5%. It's okay if we lose a life, but if we do, that's also bad, because, you know, we're supposed to be immortal to some extent. But if I had to do this again, Engineer does have Earth Shield in his skill list. So I would have taken or got rid of Focused Mind, added the Earthquake and the Earth Shield. And then we can also have those skills helping with it. There's a nice big block, that's 12. So that's additional 16 block or 18 block. Just pick up our Ascension quickly so that we don't have to worry about damage. There we go. And this one is the easiest one. Unfortunately, these guys are supposed to be cunning, but it doesn't look like they're hitting the boss. So that's weird. Maybe it's just an area of effect thing. So they are actually hitting it. It just doesn't look like they are. We have 1,000 stacks of Bulwark, Finesse, and critical damage. So actually 2,500 critical damage, 1,243 damage. So maybe it is multiplicative. Because that's not, I mean, the only way we would get that is through Prowess, which is only 600, 700. Maybe it's Prowess stacks that we're actually getting the damage from. I don't know. Maybe it could be multiplicative because it's 120% damage, which means it would multiply the damage by 2. I mean, by 2 nearly, because 100% would be timesing it by 2. It could be. Okay, we need more block, of course, and even more block. And that puts us at 94 without our ascension. And that's probably why we lost our life, because we weren't paying attention, where we're now at 95.7. So we're very close to the 96%. It might actually be that the hard cap, or the the hard cap being 97% and not 96%. So the fact that I was very bad and didn't focus on the bulwark stacking more than I should have. Oh man, we're so close. Alright, we managed to do it. Pretty easy. We only lost 1 HP. And then the other thing is we would grab something like fragility. We've got quite a decent amount. So grabbing something like the disoriented over here would be very good. Swiftness wouldn't be so great. Fragility might be pretty good. We couldn't, even that's not that great. So disoriented would get us a little bit further. And then you'd go and grab the broken for the resilience to purity to grab yourself even more sustainability. However, we didn't do our damage fast enough, so I'm not going to continue it, but you guys can give it a shot. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was very fun to play it and just stand there and chat to you guys, but let me know what you thought about it and going forward from there. So hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.